Hey there folks, it's Lance from Jeep Adventures. How are you all doing today? I hope well. I hope like in my area, you're starting to experience some nicer weather. We've had a lot of unsettled weather, but I know other parts of the country have as well. So it's nice to see it somewhat settling down. Today, I am going to install a Molle panel, which I ordered from installing a Molle panel that I got from American Adventure Labs. This is the unit right here. It's all packaged up really nicely, I'm glad to see. Let's put the box aside. They do include some instructions here and a QR code in the package. I'm sure that's to basically take you to the website if you want to look over the install instructions. Oh, just see the latest gear. And this is also a patch. Now this comes uncoated, and I think I'm going to keep it that way. These are the straps that you use to hold the unit down. They all show that they were inspected before packaging. This is our bolts. Those are the brackets that the straps go to, and that the rest of the item goes on. Put them out over your rails, over the front doors. This, got a feeling, because I ordered the extra mount because my goal with this, besides mounting a couple things to it, is to put my StarLink Mini up on this. Yep, and that's what they are. And these are of aluminum, so they're a little bit lighter. Molds for that. Okay, there's a digital instructions on the page here. That QR code allows you to find that. So I'm actually going to scan that with my phone in a moment here. I've got everything pretty much bundled. We have American Adventure Labs logo there. Scan this and see what we got. Okay, so it shows us putting these upside down. And these are the braces, according to what I'm seeing here. And on the side, the pre-drilled holes are matching up. Okay, so it's showing the bolts coming in from the outside. And the other piece that goes on here is logo. as you can see, I hoisted it up through. This aligns with a bolt hole, but these are also the strap pull downs. But it's in there. It's very solid, fits on the padding. Like I said, what we're going to do next is attach the Starlink thing here, and the Starlink, because of the configuration of the Jeep, I want to go somewhere in this area. So that's what I'm going to look at next. So folks, now we're going to use these straps that came along with the Molle panel from American Adventure Labs, and we're going to tuck that down, show you how to do that. One thing I wanted to touch on briefly is, so I went inside, grabbed something, and I grabbed a beverage of choice and put it in here, the Frost Buddy. I have used this thing now for better than 4 years. I did a review on it quite a while ago. I'll find a link to that and put it in the video, so if you want to watch it, you can. The one thing about these things, I know Yeti makes some really good mugs to keep things hot or cold, but they're very specific. What's nice about this thing is basically it multitasks, which I love a multitasker. I'm a little bit like Alton Brown that way in the kitchen. You can put big, narrow, standard cans, oversized cans, all in this one device, and it keeps them cold. And this thing is war like iron. I use that thing pretty much every day. Probably not during the winter as much, but during the spring, summer, fall, that thing's in constant use. So, without further ado, let's get at the strap down. Okay, so our important thing is to line this up with the Freedom Panel pin, which is right there, and I've done. There is a rubber gasket on here. We should want the face towards the roll bar. So when we mount this, what I do is go up through here, down. The ratchet straps itself, it should be perfect. We have them snug towards the bottom here. See, the strap goes right at the edge of this. So that's a perfect place to have it go, because then they're going to hold like that, basically when you tighten them up, which is exactly what you want to do. So I'm realigning that. The hole is right in place. And we're going to tighten this up. Coincidentally, these straps are rated to hold this in place no problem with the Freedom panels removed. Again, line up. It's perfectly lined up with the pinhole that's used for aligning the Freedom panels. Rubber side of this down. Okay folks, so that's the install of the panel here. My next steps, and follow along, is basically I want to see if I can get the Starlink mounted in here. And probably my first other mod to this, addition to this, is going to be mounting my Midland Mini speaker on this, connected to my GRMS radio, so I can get a little better sound clarity when on the trails or whatever. Just once in a while it's a little hard to hear that clearly just off the speaker on the radio itself. So Let's go at that. Now, in looking at the brackets here, I noticed the additional kit here. These are basically cushions that are self-adhering, and they are perfectly designed for those sections of this. So I'm going to peel those off and install. It's nice that they think about all the options when installing something like this in your Jeep or other vehicle, because they make this mount. This can go in many vehicles, not just Jeeps. Perfect. Now they gave it a couple extra bolts in here. Now these are threaded. So I'm guessing it's got to mount. We're looking at the unit itself. This is designed because the brackets fit this end of it perfectly. So we got that side, we got this side, and then we have our bolt holes. So this would be up like this. Whoops, wrong way. There we go. That'd be up like that. So, we gotta do now is figure out how that is going to go in there. So let's take everything over. So folks, I've got the Starlink here. Now, from my understanding of how this would work, it's got to mount like so. Yeah, perfectly. Okay, so I can adjust this up and down. I want it more towards the center like so. So, what I should be able to do at this point is just run my bolts up underneath into the pre-threaded. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Okay, so let me get 4 other bolts where I secure that. Okay. Okay folks, I wanted to give you a view here. So this is the bracket you see here. There were 4 bolts in there that are that they have bracket, that they have receptacles for. I got those mounted. So I'm tightening those up now. Okay, those are all mounted. And that thing is not going anywhere. That is right there. So that is really a cool idea. So now our next step is I'm going to fire it up once, make sure this is working, which it should work fine. But I'm going to fire it up, do that. Then we're going to get on this Freedom panel and make sure we can still get signal for the Starlink. So let's continue. So folks, not an uncommon occurrence, but the Starlink fired up fine. Just took a couple minutes to load, and then it automatically started doing a software update. Not an unusual thing. The last time I used this was about 2.5 weeks ago when I did an initial setup on it. So we'll just wait for this to download. Then I'm going to check the speed test. Then I am going to try putting the Freedom panel back on and see if everything's still working fine. So stay tuned. We're getting there, folks. Okay, folks, I got on the software update. We're going to run a speed test on her. Now keep in mind, I'm not optimized right now because it is just mounted on top of the Jeep. I'm not angling it or anything. But you can see the speeds there. I apologize for the background noise. There's a gentleman kind of along next to me. So we have 306 megabytes down per second. And it looks like we're getting past 30 up. That's pretty damn impressive. Okay, I'm running a test as we speak. It has diminished the signal quite a bit, but I am still getting signal. And upload speed is actually faster than I anticipated. So, the takeaway from this is, yes, you can use the StarLink Mini in there. Now, I could try removing the headliner and see if that makes a major difference. I might even consider that. I don't really want to, but I might. But I'm still getting signal on the device, which is cool to see. I'm actually going to try doing a couple things on the internet just to see how fast that is just with what we're getting right now. Because my main goal in this is to have availability to the internet if I'm out and about in the middle of nowhere where I don't have any cell signal, that I can at least get help out if I need it. If I'm camping in a remote area. And I know this is sometimes a concept that people don't like in the facet that we're maybe bringing too much technology to it with us camping. But be it that I am a content creator to a degree, I do have to need the ability to be able to do stuff on the fly sometimes. So I need an internet connection. I need something reliable. I'm not going to spend all day on it, but in the end of the day, maybe when I'm relaxing, I'm going to be editing some video and getting it up all for you to watch. That's my goal. So let's see next steps. I'm going to take the Freedom panel off again, only because I got to route wires in that now to the various other locations, and I want to mount the Midland Mini speaker. Well, folks, the install day continues. So the one other thing, my first modification other than the Starlink, which I wanted to put on there, I knew was going to be the Midland speaker. Midland external speaker, this model here. You can get those online, many places, including Midland. I just put it in. I do have to get an extension cable though, because the cable is not quite long enough to reach down to plug into the radio. But there we go. So it is all set. That Molle rack is really going to be a handy thing. I really encourage you to look at them. It was a very easy install. You can modify it any way you want as far as paint and everything. There's a lot of things I want to put on there. One of the things I think it's going to be very beneficial is mount my medical kit right on there as well, so it's easy access. I think that's really important to do, not that you have to dig around for anything. So, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving a thumbs up and follow the channel. Last year I grew over 1,500 subscribers. I want to continue that growth and sharing with all of you my love for Jeeping and off-roading and the builds. And I hope you find this enjoyable. Until next time, folks, we'll see you on the trail. Have a great day. Bye-bye.